So the mask mandate is now uplifted, and some of the left is saying that, oh, I will still trust the science, and they're not even trusting the science. I don't know. They think now that people say, you're not a scientist. Well, just because I'm not a scientist doesn't mean I don't know science. And because of the fact that I'm not a scientist doesn't mean that I don't have to play this political game. I don't have no skin in the game like they do. Because if a scientist come out and says something that's off script or not part of the narrative, they can get blackballed. And so it's best to listen to people that have some type of science. But I'm going to say the science they gave us. First of all, most of the masks don't work. The N95 mask works. So that's first. Second of all, if you is vaccinated, then you don't need to wear a mask because you're vaccinated, right? Right? That's why it was mandatory vaccinations. You know what I'm saying? To get us all healthier and stronger to combat the COVID-19. So if you're vaccinated and wearing a mask, and now since April 18th, the mask mandate has been lifted, then you're not trusting the science. You're trusting some spooky stuff that the media put into your minds, that this is some curse from God, or it's the end of the world, or we can't survive, or some crazy stuff, some crazy like that. And so that, you know, so you're not trusting the science. You know, if you got a mask on and you vaccinated, then you're not trusting the science at all. If you're 21, if you're 45, and people say it can kill anybody, yeah, it can, but at what rate? For people 5 to 16, it's a 0.00000 kill rate. Meaning you're much better than a 60-year-old with pre-existing conditions. The people that's over 60 that survived this whole pandemic, they walk every day. They got their immune system already up. They don't have pre-existing conditions that's so horrible. So the main factor of this COVID was our eating habits, or people that with asthma. You can't, you know, a lot of people are born with asthma. I was born with asthma. I outgrew asthma. Now check out how I outgrew asthma by stop taking the inhalers. I still needed the inhalers. It took me, like, if I was running or playing hard, I'll start wheezing, and when I start wheezing, it'll take me about 45 minutes to get my breath the first couple of times, and after that it got easier and easier until it just disappeared. But that's by me not taking the inhalers when I was a child. I stopped. You know why I stopped? Because my mom told me in the 80s, in China, doctors get paid when you're well, not when you're sick. And I was like, oh, this is a trick bag right here. You know, I'm just making the pharmaceuticals richer. They want to make me sicker. So they're not, and I could feel it. When I had the inhalers, I could feel that my lungs was getting numb to the healing process, the natural healing process of my lungs. It was just, it wasn't really, it was just a sedative, so I don't have to feel what my lungs was going through. So my body couldn't really adapt to the asthma. It will always numb the effects of the asthma, so I'll always be dependent on it anyway. And I wasn't a scientist. I was 13. So just applying common sense. What happened to our common sense? But if you're vaccinated and you're 18, I've just seen like 3 18-year-olds, 3 20-year-olds masked up. And I'm pretty sure they had the vaccine. If you see that, then they're not trusting the science. And we're not also trusting the science on biological. Our biological gender science, it's been around for 250,000 years, ever since the existence. It's been around for millions of years. It's been around since the first alien was ever got birthed in this universe. It's been around forever. Even today, they have a transgender woman in a all women's prison, and 2 women got they said consensual. I bet it was, and I bet it was. First, second, they both got pregnant. So you can say whatever, you can bring out science, whatever, but the last 250,000 years of human history, states that a penis and a vagina produce a child. Meaning a boy and a girl produce a child. We're at 7.8 billion. These are not even facts. These are just reality, objective reality. It's more than facts. It's just duh. This is duh. Man, a sperm and an egg, period. Produce a baby, period. So if you have sperm in you, you're a boy. If you have ovaries, you're a girl. And then this is hate speech. The obvious truth is considered hate speech. It's not hate speech. Hate speech is going up to a transgender and saying, I don't like your lifestyle because of A, B, and C. If you don't like a transgender's lifestyle, don't say nothing to the person. Be nice to everybody. I don't care if they wear a dress or not. That's our problem as human beings, how we're treating each other. I can say it because I'm a nice and kind person. So I can say this. But not everybody is nice and not everybody is kind. And some people are nice to a certain degree. Because it's easy to be nice to nice people. It's easy to be nice to people you love. Can you be kind to people that's mean to you? That's hard. I have a lot of trouble with that. You know what I'm saying? I go ham every chance I get, with that issue right there. Oh my goodness. Oh, sweet Jesus, Lord. Sweet Jesus. So, I don't know what to say. Other than you're not trusting the science you're not trusting the science with a mask on after the mask mandate is overturned. And the government, why do y'all gotta force it? You know what I'm saying? Trump didn't force nothing. Trump was the big, bad, evil, antichrist, devil, racist, misogynist, and he tried to keep us safe. He banned the planes from coming from China. Everybody thought it was racist in January. And then, think about this. If the president knew, then all of Congress knew. They had daily debriefings at the same time. Trump had a daily debriefing and was like, no more planes coming to China. The rest of the Democrats had daily debriefings and was like, oh, we need the planes coming to China. And that's racist. And they knew. And they try to blame it on Trump. And they knew. So when people call this a pandemic, this is what we're talking about. How? Now that's someone responsible. So big ups to Trump for that one. Trump was like, oh, there's a Chinese virus? No more planes coming. The Democrats knew it was a Chinese virus, and they was like, you're racist for doing that. That's racist. And none of them, because they told Trump not to tell the public, and they told the Democrats not to tell the public. So the Democrats was fully silent, and Trump said, I got to do something to save people. This is a dangerous cat and mouse game. I don't trust neither side, though. I'm going to tell you like this. First of all, I don't trust neither side. And not because they're white. It's because the history. Please, people, study your history. History explains everything today. If you look in history, no government is for its people. It's not supposed to be for their people. It's supposed to be for the elite, well-established, old money. That's what it's for. It's not for the regular people. It's not for us. The government has never been for us. And no government. Name one. The Tsar? Name one. Queen Elizabeth? Name one. King Tut? Name one. Babylon? Mesopotamia? Assyria? I'm serious. I'm serious about this history. Name one. Berlin? Mao Zedong? Stalin? Name one. Oh, Uncle Sam? Was that before they was poisoning black people with syphilis? Was that before they shipped in the crack cocaine in South Central? When was that? When they did the Jim Crow laws? The government had to issue the Jim Crow laws. It was a law. What about the Dred Scott law? What about the Lincoln versus Douglas debates? Name one. Name one country that they say it. They say, oh, we for our people. We for our people. They say it all day and night. But they lying. They lying to us all. They say it all day and night. They have to. Because if you check out your history, we surround them. The poor people, we surround them. The working class people, we surround them. The middle class, we all get together and we surround them. And that is why America works so great. Is because not only is they could treat black people like second-class citizens, they could brainwash the rest of America to believe that we should be second-class citizens, and they divide blacks and whites, which is the core of this country. So as long as blacks and whites are fighting amongst each other, this government and the leaders that control the government they can do whatever they want. I.e., our deficit at $28 trillion. They can do whatever they want. They printed all that. All that was printed. They printed $28 trillion out of thin air. We had $28 trillion. Maybe not the first couple of trillion, but the rest of them they printed out of thin air. And guess what? Next November, they're going to have to print another $1 trillion just to keep the lights on in the government. And guess who got to pay for it? We think we do, but it ain't no coming back from that. It never was. It ain't no coming back from that, and it never was. Sorry. Hey, baby.